don't have to use it that way, then yeah, pour me a capful. We can blast off on this liquid magic spaceship together. See, that was something school scare films never prepared me for. I never knew girls were gonna try to roofie me. But that was the night that I realized rape drugs without rape are fucking awesome. Can somebody tell the rapist that? You don't have to rape anybody. Here's an idea. Take the drugs yourself, have an introspective evening, wake up in the morning, go back to law school and improve your life, you misogynistic woman-hating piece of garbage. Now, I'll admit, in college, I used to roofie girls. But I would do it after sex. Be like, you do not want to remember that. I know it was consensual last night, but drink up, please. All of it. Immediately. I've lived in Los Angeles for 8 years, so I'm officially a pussy. I grew up in Baltimore, and Baltimore is a tough city. You know, it's gritty, it's blue collar, it's dirty. I came out of Baltimore hard as a rock. And then I came to LA, and the sun was shining, and the birds were chirping, and one day I looked down and I was skipping instead of walking. If somebody ever wanted to find me in Baltimore, I'd step right up and be like, yeah, bitch, you know what kind of fucked up human I am. Let's go outside right now. Somebody wants to find me in LA, I'm like, what happened to you today, man?
Talk about it.
Did you lose an Instagram follower? Let's have a hot big round sesh, we'll grab a green juice, we'll turn a fight into a friendship. It's been working for me ever since. Growing up in Baltimore, I had a very diverse friend group. One of my closest friends, his name was Devondre, which is one of those unconventional, seemingly made-up black names that you hear more and more of these days. Here's the thing. I hear a lot of white people making fun of those names. Personally, I'm jealous of those names. None of them have to put numbers in their email addresses. I am Alex Hooper 747 at Yahoo. There were 746 unavailable options for me. Do you think Leviticus Washington has that problem? I met a girl after a show a couple months ago and her name was Unique, and I was like, oh cool, UNIQUE? She said, no, it's YOUNEEK. You know what her email address was? unique@gmail.com. The name Alex is boring as shit. I'm tired of it. I like how black people are naming their kids. They just knock over a Scrabble board and read the results. Quintificon? On a triple word score, he's going first round. A couple months ago, I was in Vegas for Halloween. I was wearing a form-fitting costume. I've lost a lot of weight over the past couple years. I'm finally at a place where I'm comfortable with my body and I can dress like this. But the crucial moment, I was walking through Vegas wearing this costume, super, super tight, feeling a little insecure, and all of a sudden this middle-aged black woman saw me and went, okay! I have enough confidence for 7 lifetimes. Anytime I get the least bit down on myself, I just go, okay! And I'm right back in. Last week I started to lose my erection during sex, and my brain just went, okay! Right back up. Went for another 2 minutes, everybody! Stunning! I don't want children. My girlfriend and I have thought about it a lot, but I recently went through a pregnancy scare. Thought my girlfriend was pregnant. What happened is, I binge watched the show. I didn't know I was pregnant. Found out any one of us can be pregnant at any time. You don't know. One of you might be pregnant right now. You don't know. If you're not familiar with the show I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant, let me explain. It's a show about liars. I know when I've eaten one too many bagel bites. You don't know there's a human being floating around in here? If your baby can't make its presence known in here, how's it going to make its presence known out there in the world? Where it matters? Have you guys seen the show I Still Didn't Know I Was Pregnant? That's a real show on the Learning Channel, which has somehow become Ew, I'm Weird, Watch Me Live. I Still Didn't Know I Was Pregnant, where women magically have a second child fall out of them they didn't know was there. That show should be called I Refuse to Accept Responsibility. My mom definitely knew I was in there. I made my presence abundantly clear. I stayed in an extra 18 days past my due date. I was inviting friends over, throwing uterus parties. We were just rocking out in there. I didn't want to come out. The first 9 months of your life are the best. You're literally drowning in pussy. It's never gonna get better than that. Because we don't want children, we thought about having children actually. We thought about it, then we got a starter kit. We adopted a puppy, and I immediately had a vasectomy. I'm not taking care of a baby anything, ever again. We adopted a pug when he was 10 weeks old from Mexico. He got his first round of shots in Tijuana. I don't know what kind of shots they were, but he can fucking party. Last year, we adopted another pug, but this one we got from Korea. And people keep asking why. Why did you get a dog from Korea? Turns out pugs, the sweetest little things in the world, not a desired breed in Korea. They literally throw them to the streets, meaning pugs are roaming the streets in Korea, making Korea the cutest country in the entire world. We named her Kimchi. If someone around you's not laughing, tell them to expand their culinary palate. I'll be honest with you guys. I've had this dog a year and a half. I stare at her every day. She's beautiful. But even after a year and a half, I'm not convinced they didn't send over a 90-year-old Korean woman. It looks exactly the same. She's like this tall, has a hunchback and a wrinkled up face. She doesn't understand a word I say. She takes off her shoes when she comes in the house. Right? For the past 2 months, she's adopted this habit where she sleeps on my pillow with me, and because pugs snore, it makes my pillow vibrate, and it lulls me to sleep in this very gentle fashion. So as I'm going to sleep, I just get this. It's amazing. Because before, I used to have to put a vibrator in my pillowcase every night. By morning, the batteries would be dead. You know the good thing about a vibrator that's out of batteries? Still a perfectly good dildo, everyone. Still works. I sing little songs to my pups. Sometimes they get stuck in my head. I was recently singing this song. It's bedtime for little boys. It's bedtime for sweet little boys. It's a cute song. Problem was, I was not singing that in my apartment to my adorable puppy. It was stuck in my head, singing it 2 days later in the produce section of a grocery store. Suddenly realized just how creepy those lyrics are out of context. Caught a woman staring at me as I was going through the worst food possible, bananas. Here's a woman staring at me, having no idea who I am, going, where are all the sweet little boys? Let's go to bed, you sweet little boys. I really don't want children. I really don't. I thought about it a lot. I told my brother that recently. Said, Alex, you have to have children. Otherwise, who's going to take care of you when you're old? Who's going to take care of you when you're old? Robots? Probably. I mean, definitely robots. Robots take care of me now. My trash can is a robot. I don't even touch it. I just wave my hand over it like